let's begin with, give us a brief overview about your product. What's your elevator pitch?
Yeah, actually, at PeopleWorks, really believe that today's world, a lot of changes in technology have happened, and those technology changes need to be so effective in any HR technology, because overall technology changes and HR technology changes are going to be slightly different. But how to make the most of the overall technology improvements or effectiveness into what HR technology wants is something which is very important. So at PeopleWorks, we strongly believe that we should offer a product which is built on the latest technology, which offers one of the best user experiences, which obviously appeals to a wide category of customers across the industry spectrum. And that's why we call ourselves a new age HCM for the new age workforce.
Oh, that's great. So tell us about a little bit about the kind of sectors that you are focused on, and how do you differentiate between the small and medium companies and the larger organizations?
See, what we've done in our product itself is we've tried to create two variants of the product. One product is called PeopleWorks Lite. Obviously, it means lighter product for lesser functionality for organizations which are much smaller, the small medium organizations, especially the startups kind of an organization, where they don't require a lot to begin with. Over a period of time, when they become big companies, obviously they will go for a bigger product. Then we have a second variant which is called PeopleWorks Enterprise. Now, obviously with enterprise you mean larger set of employees, larger requirement of functionality, end-to-end processes. So we've differentiated these two products, saying that's how we will cover the market and try to get the most of it.
So, talking about your product, so you were also talking about design thinking later on in this conference. So, I would be interested to know about what are some of the design elements that you consider in your product, so that you cater to all different kinds of users.
See, the HR technology has had a unique problem for a long time. The HR people have bought the product, but they've always not been 100% successful in making the employees use the product.
Correct.
There's always been a big gap, because employees really need to be pushed to use the product. Now, obviously, we understand this. Today, everyone is hooked on to digital. No one looks at a PC anymore. It's all the mobile screen which is there. So we've understood that the generation X, Y, Z, whatever you call them, will require much more something in that direction rather than going back to your old PC and logging in every day. So we've tried to conceptualize that product in a way where it lends itself to the mobile platform. Also in terms of user experience. Today, Facebook is hygiene, LinkedIn is hygiene, and the kind of user experience which is offered there. The people want to see the same experience in any other product. So we are trying to build to that level, saying that will help the user experience, the mobility part, the speed of calculation, the speed of analysis, all which is there in the social world needs to come in the official world also, according to me. So that's where we think we are trying to do, and we should be there in maybe a couple of years.
Interesting. I'm sure, based on your experience, I'm sure you have some, specific suggestions or recommendations that you would like to have for HR professionals who are watching this video.
Yeah, I think we, in our process of taking our product to a lot of companies in the market, we also learn a lot what HR people are thinking. And it's not an advice, but some things which you need to keep in mind before you want to talk to a vendor in terms for HR technology. Look at it, that what is your objective of using this product in your organization? What is the short-term objective? What is the long-term objective? Today, what do you expect from the product? 5 years down the line, what is that you're going to expect from the product? So look at all these things before arriving at a decision, because otherwise the whole effort sometimes goes totally waste.
Correct.
And another important thing is costs are going to be very critical. So you cannot just spend. You have to manage in tight control of cost. You have to also look at a product in that scenario. So I think these couple of things in mind, if people keep, and then go on to the process of getting to an HR technology product, will help them.
essentially it's a technology product. So how do I as an HR person evaluate from a technical aspect?
See, there is technology and there is HR. Now, HR is only going to use that technology to deliver better in their function.
Okay.
So you have to focus on that. You don't worry about technology. Technology is something else. You, I don't want HR to start learning technology. That's not the way forward. Let HR concentrate on what they expect the technology to do for them, and the technology will deliver. I think that's where we should look at. Let's not change roles. I mean, I don't want HR people to go into technology.
Okay, that's great. So in closing, what's your expectation as a participant of a conference like TechHR? What are some of your expectations from a conference like
I
this?
think I've observed this conference for the last couple of years, and I find the kind of gathering or find the kind of leaders, HR, and the HR fraternity who come here itself adds a lot of value to the conference, because what is spoken inside the room, or the kind of presentations people do. Also, when we have a stall like this, with the kind of interactions we get, people come and ask us about what are you doing, why is all this here, so what can you offer us, do you have a solution for us, I have such a problem. So we understand problems, we understand possible solutions, we know where the industry is going, we learn a lot of from senior HR professionals. So I think it's a fabulous mix of all these things, and that's why we are here. And we should be here a few more years at least.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. This is this question was not on the list, but I would still like to understand, out of the exhibitors here, which is one that you are the excited most, apart from PeopleWorks? Which
Well,
one
I've
has
not
attracted
gone
your
around.
attention?
I think I could have asked me this question later in the day. I would have answered. But yeah, there are a couple of good, interesting products which are there, and some more into the hiring space. And social hire, I found it very interesting. I want to go there back and see what they actually offer. But it seemed to be interesting to me.
Okay,
Right?
great, Vaishakh. Thanks for your time, and pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.